Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. In association with nerdaddiction.com.
Oh, hey, it's a GoBot! You so tiny!
You suck. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review, and today we're taking a look at a Transformers subscription service 5.0 series, and it's a brown box. Actually, it's the HAS 25424 or the Double Pretender set. I mean, if you've never seen a set from the subscription service, it's a brown box. There's absolutely no detail anywhere on the box. It's just a brown box. I'm going to open said box so that we can see what is inside. And here it is. And ta-da! Ta-da! There it is. These are the figures that we are going to take a look at. It's the Optimus Prime and Megatron Double Pretender set. Now, if you don't know what this is, they've went and this was a BotCon set initially. Well, the Prime was. I think it was Oil Master was the original. The Double Pretenders never came out in the U.S. There was a prototype for the Gorilla. There was also a Spider, was the Decepticon. And there were two color variations of the Gorilla. It was the black one, which I believe Oil Master was the paint scheme they used, and then this red and brown one, which is what they used for Optimus Prime here, which is very cool. And then the Megatron, this is actually a encore, I guess you could say, of the Fortress Maximus Headmaster. So this is the first time we've seen the Headmaster shell for Fortress Maximus's Headmaster since G1. And I think that was a Japanese, I think it wasn't actually Fortress Maximus, I think it was Grand Maximus that they called him over there. And his head actually fits in this shell, which is very cool, but they've repainted it, retooled it for Megatron. They gave him a G1 Megatron color scheme, which is pretty awesome. Now today we're going to take a look at Megatron. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box and see what we think. So here we have the Double Pretender Megatron out of the packaging, and this dude is a chunky monkey. Very interesting that we get this shell as the Double Pretender for Megatron and not the Spider that was the prototype for the original Double Pretender along with the Monkey Bot. However, I will say it is kind of cool that we do get this because this is an encore, essentially, reissue of a G1 mold from, I think it was the Grand Maximus Pretender in Japan with the Headmasters. This guy actually was the Pretender shell for Fortress Maximus, actually been Grand Maximus's head. Which it does fit, and that's very cool. I never had that as a kid. I never had the Fortress Maximus or the Grand Maximus, and I did not have the Pretender shell that you could get to go with. So that's kind of cool that we get him here. Now he's in kind of G1 style Megatron deco, which is cool, and he's got a Decepticon logo, which I find interesting because the Optimus Pretender shell did not have an Autobot logo on it. Which is a little bit of a shame, but I don't think it had an Autobot logo in the original pictures of the prototype, so I think they were trying to do as close of an homage as possible to that. Whereas this guy is just using the same mold of an existing figure, and they just repainted it, so that's kind of cool. So, yeah, definitely kind of fun there. He also comes with a sword, which I think is a reissue of another character sword out of one of the series. Been nice if that was red, kind of like Grand Maximus. That would be kind of cool. And then he's got a gun, which I've seen that gun, I just can't picture it. And then he comes with his little Target Master, which is Spacewarp, which looks like the subscription service or BotCon, I can't remember, Astro Train, which is kind of cool. But this is actually a female character, according to the bio, which is kind of neat, something different. And then we get Megatron separately here, and he's in his G2 camouflage, but it's the gray and black, which was an alternate hero color for the G2 Megatron tank. I don't know if that ever actually got released or not, or maybe it was a European exclusive. I can't remember. Leave a comment down below if you do. And of course, he comes with the card. It's got the instructions on the back, and then there's the card. Here's the technical data. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then here is his bio. If you would like to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then there's the artwork with Megatron looking all kinds of cool. Definitely digging that. Now, he also comes with a spacer piece to get this guy mounted in. And I can't really remember how that works. I'm going to have to look at the instructions. But the goofy thing is, I do know, after looking at some of the other reviews out there on this guy, it's got like weapons and things, and it would make a really cool gun. I don't know why they just put a 5mm port on there to get it to fit into the hand. That would have been kind of cool. Or give it some kind of mounting to the arm. That would have been cool as well. So just kind of show the shell off really quick. Articulation on this guy, very simple. His arms move up like that, and they move down. And that's it. This is straight out a Generation 1 Pretender shell. So basically the way it opens, these things always frighten me. It opens up like that, splits in half. It's got these little pegs right there, and I'm just afraid at some point these little pegs are going to break, which scares me to death. Now, so if you notice, the back half of this is kind of shaped like Fortress Maximus's head. So let me grab him real quick. Alright, so here we have Fortress Maximus's head. You have to take Spike off. He will not fit in here, which is kind of weird. And then you have to turn it upside down, and then you want to move the legs forward just a little bit so they're going to fit into these pieces right here. And let's see. So, I think that does it. And then, yep, okay. So then we just close this up around like thus. There it is. Maybe. Get in there. He fits in tight, but there it is. He's in, kind of. Sort of. He doesn't want to go all the way in. Yeah, that's about the closest I'm going to be able to get him. He just doesn't want to fit in there for some reason. And I don't want to break that shell for sure, but I'm sure with some wrangling you can get him to fit. It's an interesting idea. I don't know if you know exactly how to get him in there. Definitely leave a comment down below because the instructions don't say a thing about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Fortress Maximus out of there. And we're going to put him back into head mode. Head on! Alright, and let's take a look at these other bots here. So we're going to open this one up. Come on. Open, damn it. Open. Stupid tape. Alright. So here's the adapter piece to hold it in Megatron. Again, that looks cool. It'd be nice if it was some kind of little weapon, maybe mount it on the shoulder or something. That would be kind of cool. And then we have our little space shuttle. Love that metallic purple paint. I think that is gorgeous. The giant Decepticon logo. The gold paint apps, the orange engines, the white there. It looks all really, really nice. Very, very cool little shuttle here. Let's see here. So to get her in her little mode, do the wings move? How does this? Oh, I see. Flips up like that. So she's just going to flip up like that. And there she is in her little robot mode, looking all kinds of cool. Love the gold, the metallic purple, very nice. Metallic orange, very cool. Definitely digging her. Very nice. Very cool. And then we've got the weapon pieces here. Here is Megatron's tank mode. Yeah, this is basically the little Legends class Megatron. I didn't particularly care for it when it came out. I do like the metallic green camouflage stripes on him, though. That is very cool. And it says MGTN95 on the side. That's pretty awesome. See if I can get that to focus there. Very cool. Definitely digging that. It's on both sides. Very, very nice. We can see the big old white fists. That kind of stinks. And the turret's kind of loose, but I mean, it's okay. It works. I mean, it's a tank. It's supposed to spin around, so I guess that's all right. So as far as this guy going in here, let me get the instructions out and see how that works. All right, so the instructions on this is kind of crappy, really. You've got some, almost looks like printed off from a bad JPEG transformation instructions, and then it does have the instructions for Fortress Maximus, but it doesn't tell you how to put Megatron in there. That's weird, and then there's nothing on the back there, so yeah, okay. That's kind of interesting. So we'll just kind of throw that off to the side there. And we'll take a look here. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, okay. So it's supposed to be the spacer right here, but how's that go in? All right, so thanks to Cybertron.com, here's what it's supposed to look like inside here, I guess. I don't know, why would you want to include instructions on a $100 figure here? Let's see. Okay, so this guy. So this is the back piece. This figure goes like this. And okay, so there's a piece that looks like... Alright, so yeah, I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work. Looking at the diagram here, yeah, I don't see where the space shuttle is connecting in. It's just kind of sitting in there. And then on this image, they've got Megatron kind of folded up in there like that. And to be honest, he fits in there in the tank mode like that. So what this piece is supposed to be doing, I'm not sure, because I can't figure out how to connect it anywhere. But you can put these two together like this, and it does go together perfectly fine. So you can store them in there together. It's just, I don't know, that's just not designed very well and is very disappointing. If you know a better way to put those in there, please leave a comment down below. I can't figure it out. It does go together like this, so that's one way to do it, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and take these guys out, put the shell back together, like that. Okay, so there's the shell. I'm going to put this sword in because it's cool. Alright, so we're going to give him his sword, which I definitely dig. I like the fact that he's got the sword. Reminds me a lot of the Fortress Maximus, Brave Maximus, kind, or Grand Maximus, Brave Maximus, whatever you want to call him. That's definitely cool. I don't mind it being black. It's very detailed, so that's kind of cool. And then, of course, these guys, they're target masters. I don't know if I really talked about it much in the other review, but she can turn into a weapon that this guy can hold as well. So you can put in the 5mm port. I'm just going to put her in robot mode because I kind of like her in the robot mode. Oh, her feet need to come down. There you go. So there's that guy. And there's Spacewarp looking all kinds of cool. And then, of course, we've got Megatron. So let's see if we can get this guy in his mode. That, and then his gun goes off to the side, I am sure. And then we're going to twist his arms around. Very cool. Definitely digging that. Alright, this guy's kind of weird and loosey-goosey and all kinds of strange. Okay. So there's that. Looks kind of interesting. So yeah, very cool. I guess we'll give this guy this gun, because Megatron looks like he can't really hold that big of a gun there. But definitely very cool. And he's got the G2 Megatron logo on his chest, which I'm definitely digging. So taking a closer look at the Megatron Pretender shell, this is definitely a G1 figure through and through. I do like the paint apps though. I like the Megatron colors. I like the Decepticon logo, the silver. I like the heavy white, the yellow eyes, very G1 Megatron, the black. The gunmetal gray everywhere is very, very cool. We get some red highlights on the back, along with some silver paint apps and some black. That looks really, really nice. It's pretty obvious that Fortress Maximus's head is supposed to go into this Pretender shell, and I do like the fact that we did get an encore version of this piece, although it doesn't quite work with the actual Megatron. The sculpt, still nice, still looks cool, and it's very well painted. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, it's a G1 figure. I do like the paint apps, the black on the arms, the white, I like the red on the body there. The sword is very well detailed. I wish it was some other paint apps on there to bring out those details, but it is what it is. And we got the white on the legs. Again, a bunch of the gray and black, which is very cool. Very reminiscent of the G1 Megatron. Definitely digging that. Love the extra little details of the paint apps on the back of the backpack, and they kind of come around on the side there as well, which is very, very nice. Again, it's a nice homage to that G1 Megatron color pattern. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, this screams G1 Megatron more than anything else to me. The legs look like the legs from the G1 Megatron. We get the silver toes, the black on the outside, the red on the inside, very much in the vein of the G1 toy, which is very cool. I like that homage. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty base figure there. We don't really have the detail lines that we had in the G1 toy, but that color pattern absolutely screams the Megatron gun legs, which I definitely dig and appreciate. So taking a closer look at the Megatron figure himself, this is definitely a different deco for Megatron. I love the G2 Decepticon logo there in the metallic purple. He's got the little black face and the white helmet, which in the G2 version he had the purple face, the gray instead of the green, and then he's got the metallic green stripes all over him. Very odd. The back of the figure has lots of holes. This is not my favorite Legends figure for Megatron. We've seen this before. It's just a simple repaint. But I do like the fact that we get a G2 Hero Megatron color scheme that was either not produced or very rare. I remember seeing pictures, but I don't ever remember seeing the figure, so it's kind of nice we get that at least. And finally, taking a look at the legs, the back, kind of gappy, not too bad considering they fold up around to make the feet. It's probably some of the better construction on the figure itself. I like the black treads. Again, I do like the metallic green tiger stripes. I think that is very cool. The fact that it's got the MGT in 9.5 is a very nice. He's got big bulky feet, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, it is what it is. And finally, taking a closer look at Spacewarp, of the two figures, I really kind of like her better than I do Megatron. I love the metallic purple color scheme. Very nice. I like the gold paint apps on her wings. Her metallic orange, the gold on her chest there looks nice. Metallic purple on the feet and the legs, very, very cool. She's got the orange thrusters. She turns into a little space shuttle. I really wouldn't have been mad if they just called this Astro Train. You know, it would work considering this is based off of the Astro Train that Fun Publication has already put out. Yeah, sure, why not? Spacewarp, we'll go with that. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a better figure, I think, than Megatron. What do you guys think? For comparison, here we have both double Pretender sets side by side for comparison. Here we've got the Megatron G1 reissue shell with the prototype Fun Publications reimagined shell, I guess, the Monkey Bot versus the Robot Bot. And then we've got the G2 Megatron with the G2 Optimus Prime here, and yeah, definitely cool to see them side by side, and I guess they're about the same size, really. And then, of course, we got Spacewarp and High Q down here in the corner, looking all kinds of cool. Definitely an interesting set. I think the Prime and the Monkey Bot is a little bit stronger than Megatron and the Brave Maximus shell. So is the Double Pretender Megatron set something you want in your Transformers collection? I can tell you this is probably an easy pass for a lot of collectors. The only reason I'm even halfway glad I got this particular set is because I got the Optimus Prime one to go with. Having both of them together, I definitely dig that. If you are looking for this particular mold for the Brave Maximus or Grand Maximus Headmaster Pretender shell, this is the Encore edition. I mean, that's what this is. This hasn't been printed since the G1. It's in a Decepticon paint scheme, but I mean, it is there. I don't really care for this Megatron. I don't like how this set goes into the Pretender shell. It's not designed well for it. And I just, for the life of me, I can't figure out what this thing is for. I just can't figure it out. I know it's supposed to go in there in some kind of adapter, but I can't figure it out. If you know, leave a comment down below, or go over to my Facebook page, leave pictures there. That would be very, very cool. I gotta say, I do like Spacewarp. I like the repaint, the metallic paint job on her. I think they did a good job there. I like the sword that comes with the Pretender shell. Overall, it's a decent set. It's definitely not worth like $100 by itself. I'm glad I got both of them in one set because I was going to order them individually. It was going to cost me around $200. So if you are looking for these sets, definitely pick them up from Big Bad Toy Store. Like I said, at the time of the recording, they've got them on sale for about $125. But other than that, I don't know. What do you guys think about this set? This particular one, I'm like, it's kind of a meh for me. Definitely prefer the Optimus one over this. So there he is, the Double Pretender Megatron.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.